All right, so we have returned to Devas of Creation, like how I did a video earlier on today, sort of introducing the entire game to you guys that has just gone ahead and released today. One question that I did see mentioned in the comment section as well as in my DMs is how to go ahead and obtain a mount in the game. It's probably one of the most important things because if you don't have a mount, then you're pretty much walking everywhere and the map is absolutely massive. So unfortunately, it takes a lot of time or it's going to cost a lot of essence in order to be able to travel around using the fast travel method. Now, in my comment section of my last video, I mentioned that I would go ahead and make a follow-up once I figured out how to get my hands on a mount. So I'm going to explain to you all three ways that you are able to obtain a mount as of the time that I'm recording this video. Now, obviously, method number one is going to be by pressing M, heading over to the store and purchasing the starter ground mount. This is going to be 349 Robux, and it will give you the mount that I am currently using right here, which is just the regular horse mount. Something to keep in mind is that even if you purchase this for 349 Robux, you do need to be level 10 in order to still use it. But besides that, method number two, if we press M again and we go to seasonal pass, assuming for some reason you bought the premium pass and you didn't buy the mount, I don't know why you would do that when the premium pass is like 1500 Robux, then technically speaking, the first mount that you're going to receive is at level 24 in the seasonal pass. Now, obviously, for those of you that want a free one, there is a much better method than this one, but I mean, if you don't want to do the quest for whatever reason, maybe you're just a PvP player, to get your hands on the first free mount inside of the seasonal pass, it's going to be at level 81. So yes, it is quite a way into the actual seasonal pass. Don't really know why you would do this, but either way, you still need to be level 25 in order to even be able to use this legendary mount. And now for the method that most of you are probably looking forward to, and that is the quest. So once you've gone ahead and made your way over to the fishing village, assuming you're following the entire storyline quest, you'll be introduced to an NPC that is located right on top of this hill here named Muriel. Muriel's going to have you do, I believe it's like 2 or 3 different quest lines. And on the third one, you're going to get a quest that is right over here on the top right-hand side called In Pursuit of Glimmer Shade. This is a 26-part quest, so it is quite the long one. But if you notice at the very end here, the reward is a sea turtle mount. Interesting enough, though, it is much better than the mount that I paid Robux for. This one is 38 speed, while this one over here is 70 speed. I'm going to go ahead and kind of speed run through this entire quest line, just in case if you want to follow along with me, or you can go ahead and fast forward to the end of this video and see the moment that I do get them out. But I won't put you guys through the entire misery of me grinding the entire thing. Hey, what is this? Dude, that's an epic one. I've never seen that one. That's a first. So let's get started with the first quest here. So for the first one, we're required to go ahead and find Flix and escort him safely back to Zorin. Now, keep in mind, to get to Flix, you are going to have to go through a bunch of level 36 and 38 mobs, which is kind of insane. Yeah, so in this case, it's fairly simple. Just go ahead and stay within the circle, escort Flix back to Zorin, and we should be pretty good to go. So there it is right there. We went ahead and completed that. Interesting enough, we're already 4 out of 26. Not 100% sure how that counted as 4 different parts, but let's see what the next step is. Now, before we continue on to the next quest, I do want to sort of squeeze this in right here because I do feel like this is more of the obvious option that some people take, but I didn't really want to mention this in the video because it's really what a lot of people are doing right now, and it technically doesn't guarantee you a mount, but you can talk to Zorin and go to the one that says Path of the Rider. This is a quest that he will provide for you, and as a reward, you will get a treasure chest. Now, the thing with this is that, yes, there is 3 different mounts inside of here that you could get, but they're all 3% chance. The quest is very much repeatable, but it does not guarantee you a mount in any type of way. Like it says right here, it does not guarantee a mount. If you want to play your luck and go after this, by all means, go for it. You won't have to do this whole entire quest line that I'm about to do right now. The only plus side is that this one guarantees you a mount. With that being said, let's move on now. We got to go ahead and take out some grizzly bears. In case you're wondering, the grizzly bears are level 22, between 22 and 23, so they might be a little bit of a challenge, and they do quite a bit of damage because they also stun. So definitely make sure to be doing a lot of parrying and a lot of blocking for these fights, because if not, you will go down pretty quickly. All right, so we've gone ahead and collected all of the male and female things that we needed from the bears. Now we have to collect a total of 15 Azure Shrooms, as well as 2 Stone of Priority and 25 threads. Now, the threads are fairly easy to get. You mostly get them from the bears. Quick little tip that I want to give to you guys: if you aren't getting the quest item for the previous one that I showed, which I actually was having that bug, there could be two reasons. One, you either need to rejoin the game, or two, your inventory is full. So make sure that your inventory is not full. I really spent an unnecessary amount of time on that quest just because I didn't realize that my inventory was full. So it looks like the next step is locate the imprisoned ogre Grumish in the town of Viridis, which is the main capital town. So let's head over there and see if we can locate him so we can move on to the 8th step. All right, so just like the mark says, we have arrived to Grumish. Next step of the quest is going to be collect 25 secret letter pieces from Skitterer soldiers. For this one, we're actually going to a side of the map that you usually don't have to go to for any of the quests. So this is the first time that I'm actually stepping foot over here. It is in the Skitterer's nested village. So let's head over there and see what we're up against. All right, so this looks actually a little bit tough because these guys are level 27. Meanwhile, I am only level 20. So I don't know how successful we're going to be on actually completing this entire quest line right now. There's also a giant spider over there, which I have no idea what that is. But let's see how this fight goes here. Well, one thing is for sure, they do a lot of damage. I think this guy here is a boss. Dude, what level is he? Level 53? No, thank you. I will pass on that offer. All right, well, let's finish up this quest here. All right, so we have now technically finished that quest. We're on our way back to Viridis. I don't know, man. These quests are becoming very long. Each one is taking me at least like 45 minutes. Now, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I am such a low level compared to what I'm going up against. But I don't know, man. This is kind of tough. All right, so the next part is going to be talk to Grumish again. So far, we are 10 out of 26. I have no problem doing these talking ones. Okay, so next up is going to be talk to Blargus. This guy is actually in a fairly low level area, so this shouldn't be too bad, but then again, he could send us off to do some crazy stuff. All right, so it looks like he sent us to collect document fragments from the Brotherhood Ogre Hunter as well as the Ogre Breaker. I don't believe I've gone up against any of these, and I have a very bad feeling these guys are going to be level 30, but fingers crossed they are not. Although it wouldn't make any sense for them to be lower level. I don't know how I feel about this one. Let's see how this goes. I'll tell you what, they do a lot of damage. They also block too, so this is going to be a nightmare. Okay, yeah, these guys are really tough. Yeah, these are going to be extremely annoying, especially if you're not very well geared like I am. I am currently very much under geared for what I need to be doing here. Oh yeah, no, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. So yeah, I almost just died. That was not fun at all. That's extremely difficult to do at level 21 with no gear whatsoever. We might have to come back to this at a later point. All right, so it is now the next day. I've completed the quest and I've gotten my hands on multiple mounts. And unfortunately, I have a lot of bad news. To give you guys the quickest breakdown, currently, if you want to have a mount where you sort of instantly purchase it or instantly get your hands on it and instantly be able to ride it, the only available one is the mount from the store for 349 Robux. Any other mount that you receive, like the ones that I mentioned at the start of the video, being the guaranteed sea turtle from the quest, as well as the ones that you get from the crates, even down to these 3 that you can potentially get as a 1% drop for 49 Robux, are technically not mounts when you first get them. If I open up my inventory here, you'll notice that I have the pig mount, and this is actually one that you receive from the battle pass if you have it premium. It's probably one of the first ones that you get. I don't remember exactly what level. I think it's like level 18. I can actually double check that right now. Level 24, you get the first sort of premium mount from the seasonal pass. Now the catch is that once you spawn this, it's technically a pet at first. But if we click over here on the right hand side, you'll notice that it drains 30% of your total XP that you gain as you're sort of out in the world. The goal is you get it to level 10, and once it reaches level 10, it will evolve into a mount. Again, this is the same exact thing for every single one of the pets. If I open up my inventory here, here's the sea turtle that you receive from the quest line. If I go ahead and right click on this, it just goes ahead and spawns in as a pet for right now. In order to be able to evolve it, I need to get it to level 10. Funny enough, I was able to get my hands on the legendary mammoth, and for some reason it's actually slower than the sea turtle, so definitely not worth it to get those. It looks cool though. But the same thing goes for the mammoth. It is unfortunately just a pet when you first get it, and you will need to get it to level 10 in order to turn it into a mount. So that's something that you definitely want to keep in mind. Obviously, it's not really all that bad because I mean, you're going to be playing regardless. May as well have the pet summoned, and it's just going to be draining 30% of your XP. So yes, it probably means that you will also be leveling up a lot slower if you have a pet out. Again, that's me just kind of making an assumption right now because I obviously have not tested it myself. Either way, that's pretty much all the information that we have so far about the mounts. Hopefully this video went ahead and helped you guys out. If it did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I got more Devas of Creation videos coming out every couple of hours, really, because I'm playing this game hardcore right now. Level 25, on our way to 30, and then we're going to start doing some other guide videos explaining just, you know, how to level up, how to get good XP. You definitely don't want to miss it, man. The game's really, really fun. That's going to do it for this video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.